Welcome back to the Pirate Diaries. Today you will learn about the Titan of Tangents, the wielder of the mythical Cringe Cringe fruit, the man who was deemed the human One Piece Encyclopedia, Matt of the Tekking 101 channel, who went from being a PlayStation 1 game reviewer who rarely broke 50 views to an emperor of anime YouTube, who some consider the greatest Bleach and One Piece creator to ever grace AnyTube. And with around 3,000 videos and a career spanning over 13 years, it's hard to say he didn't earn this prestige. As a Tekking fan myself who has been watching him for almost 4 years, I thought the research for this video would be the easiest by far, but the deeper I dove into his channel, the more I respected Tekking, and I felt it would be hard for my video to give his career justice. His channel has seen a plethora of evolutions, and I was impressed with the fact that he really started at the bottom. No viral video, no overnight success, just a guy who really loved what he did and had the original YouTube dream, the dream that only people that was there at the dawn of YouTube can really understand. Don't get me wrong, kids today still want to grow up and be YouTube famous, but not like the mid 2000s, because making a career back then solely off YouTube was nigh unheard of. It was the outliners like Smosh, PewDiePie, and College Humor, but not like today where creators like are more mainstream than Hollywood celebrities. Throughout Tekking's career, he has built his channel into a masterclass of world building, one that would even make Oda proud. Iconic series like Geography is Everything, interesting recurring characters that he acts out himself, hilarious skits for intros, inside jokes, fan mail, and even charity streams. You really don't know what you're gonna get when you click on a Tekking video. You might come for the One Piece, but you'll leave learning about some animal facts or Greek god trivia. Tekking may be a genius when it comes to anime and random facts, but we all know the real Machiavellian mind behind the channel's success is Barry D. Brick. But before this video is over, I promise you, you will see a side of Tekking you've never saw before.
The more fitting style.
Okay. Say fly! Say fly one more goddamn time, you motherfucker! Say fly!
And become versed in the rise, fall, and rise again that is Tekking 101. The journey of Tekking 101 didn't start till May 29, 2009. Previous to the creation of his channel, he never really knew what he wanted to do in life. This seems to be a recurring feeling of future YouTubers, like we discovered in our Grand Line review video. But Matt even stated he made a conscious effort to ignore people when they asked things like, what are your plans for the future? In his head he was thinking like, I don't effing know, like stop asking me. You see, YouTube launched in 2005, but being a YouTuber wasn't really a thing initially. And it wasn't until 2008 that Matt really discovered YouTube, but he suffered from a plague that I'm sure many of you watching do not remember. He had dial-up internet, which basically made streaming videos impossible, and I mean impossible. Honestly, it would take about 20 minutes to load your favorite waifu to Google Images, and I'm not exaggerating. And you don't even want to know what would happen if someone called your house phone. Ugh, I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. Luckily, in late 2008, Tekking was blessed by the YouTube gods. He got high-speed internet. As a single mother, Tekking's mom really didn't feel the need to splurge on high-speed internet. Back then, it really was more of a luxury, but the local internet salesman liked them because they was one of his first customers, and he upgraded them for free. A new world was at Matt's fingertips. So one night while getting ready to explore the YouTube world, he was trying to decide like, what kind of things do I want to look for? What do I want to look up? And as a fan of horror movies like Friday the 13th, he was like, I wonder if anybody's made a movie review about it. The first result would lead Matt to discovering a review for the Friday the 13th game by a YouTuber, the Angry Video Game Nerd, a YouTube channel that revolved around, let's say, a very passionate game reviewer. This will become his first inspiration for his future career and introduce Matt to what is called a YouTuber. He watched that same video several times over the next 3 days, laughing his ass off every time. He loved that he was doing what he loved and that he had a whole character he played out. The whole thing was just awesome. Later on in this YouTube journey, he discovered a series of videos revolving around Angry Video Game Nerd versus Nostalgia Critic. The two channels had made videos back and forth critiquing each other. This feud reached its maximum opus and a final video crossover that was hyped for weeks, and when it finally dropped, Matt loved it. And through this video, he actually discovered thatguywithglasses.com, which was Nostalgia Critic's website. This was one of the first content creator groups, and this concept left Matt in awe. All he saw was a group of people having fun, being funny, and making money off doing videos. And simultaneously around this time, even his parents were asking, what are you going to do when you graduate? So he started kind of thinking about it a little more, and he also was becoming obsessed with Angry Video Game Nerd, Nostalgia Critic, and Spoonie, all YouTubers that he watched constantly. These people would become the pillars that he would build his first videos off of, and he has since given them credit for being his inspiration. And after months of binging their content, he started thinking, you know what, I could do this. I mean, these aren't Hollywood movie stars, these are regular people making their own videos and building a fan base. So he took his family camera and started filming his first videos. Now these specific videos never actually got uploaded, but in retrospect he realized this was great practice and helped build confidence in front of a camera. If you guys are thinking about starting YouTube, maybe this is something you can try. You don't gotta upload them, but just hit record and give give it a shot, like see what you got. Watching this first video, oh my god, it's amazing to see how far he came. And to be honest, you can see the talent hidden in the 420p quality videos. So what would he talk about? All he knew about YouTube was you gotta be angry and you gotta talk about video games. So that's what he did. And you can also tell a lot of Tekking's older videos took place way before the apocalypse because of how much Matt cussed.
Suck it, you freaking wicked witch of the bitch.
Tekking started officially uploading videos between his junior and senior year. He didn't really have a job yet, so he spent the summer working on videos. His first videos revolved around a variety of topics, but mainly video game reviews, let's plays, and movie reviews. His main focus though was Medieval, a hack and slash franchise. By the end of summer, he had around 30 subs, but he was already falling in love with the medium. He would wait days just to get a single comment, good or bad. He eventually started adding sketches to his content, and by the time he went back to school, he was pretty confident in them. So he started showing his friends his videos. They laughed at it, but he admitted retroactively he doesn't know if this was a good laugh or a bad laugh, but to him it didn't matter. He just loved he was getting a reaction. This mindset may have been foreshadowing for his tough skin that it would take to become a YouTuber, because YouTube comments can be brutal. I mean, sometimes I only get 10 comments on a video and at least 2 are tearing me apart. You just gotta laugh it off and keep pushing. If you ever get a chance, go back and watch some of Matt's early stuff he did with his friends. You could really tell he had a knack for it from the beginning. It really doesn't matter what Matt's talking about. Zombie content, movie reviews, Halloween skits, everything he does kind of sucks you in and you kind of want to watch to the end. He really is just a great storyteller. Whenever I first discovered Tekking's videos, I think it was his The Will of D Explained video. I had really got into reading One Piece weekly and I was like, I need a better understanding of this whole phenomenon because One Piece is chock full of mysteries. As someone who also cares a little too much about fictional pirates, I really related to how enthusiastic he got about it. So I did what I always do when I see a YouTuber I think I might like and try to look up some of their videos and see what they're about. This led me to his vlog channel where I found a video called About Last Night. It was a video talking about his shift at Dollar Tree. And before I realized that I had to watch the whole thing, and I looked down, it was 30 minutes long, and I thought, did I really just watch a 30-minute video about Dollar Tree, about a guy I don't know talk about other people I don't know? I freaked myself out just a little bit, but then I thought I better sub if he can keep my attention talking about that. I can't go too much into the video or I'll spoil it, but even that video is a fun watch. So anyway, a year had passed by since Tekking started YouTube. He started to feel like he was failing at this YouTube thing. I mean, he was comparing himself to the top brass of his niche. His 50 subs made him feel like a pedal to a mountain to the 100k subs of his contemporaries. After he finished reviewing Medieval 2 in 2010, he considered deleting his channel. He felt like he gave it his best shot, and when you're a teenager, a year feels a lot longer, so it's an understandable thought. He didn't delete his channel, but he did stop uploading to YouTube. But he didn't lose his love for videos. He would still make videos and sketches, but he decided to only show them to his friends and watch them himself. But 2011 is when everything would change. Matt graduated high school. Still being an avid YouTube watcher, he discovered that there was people on there talking about manga. He had just never thought about looking it up. He had been an anime fan since he was a kid. Series like Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc. But throughout high school, he got really into reading manga weekly. And right before he graduated, Bleach was really reaching his hottest battles. It was so exciting that he wanted to see if anybody on YouTube was talking about them. So he typed in Bleach manga reviews, and he found a video. The first one that he found was a review from this YouTuber called The Insane Game Freak. He loved his videos and the new YouTube meta that he has subsequently found. I mean, back in high school, he only had 2 friends that really read weekly chapters, but now he had found a community that was just as passionate as him about his favorite hobby. This was beginning to fix a hole that was left from graduating. Now that he had finished high school, he didn't really see those same people every day, and he kind of missed the feeling of discussing the hottest moments of the weekly chapters. But he still wanted his voice to be heard and be a part of the conversation again. He was lying around really bored, right? And he was thinking like, damn, college doesn't start for a few months, and this Bleach chapter I just read snapped. It was all about his favorite character, Rukia. And he thought, you know what? I'm gonna try out this manga reviewing thing. He ran around the house, he's grabbing things that he might need for the video, a camera, and this one was a little bit better than the first one he used. I mean, this one had SD cards, which was a lot better than the tape he was using. A lamp from his mom's room so he could have better lighting. And then he was like, man, I don't know what to wear, but guess what? He had just graduated, so he grabbed his suit on and thought, okay, I look nice, let's do this. Boom, the Tekken 101 that most of us know was born. And to this day, Matt still wears suits when he does his chapter review. It became a staple of his channel, and it felt like it was a good way for him to stick out so people recognize like, oh yeah, I watched this guy last week. And things started to heat up. But before we get to the most exciting part of Tekking's journey, if you've learned anything from this video or just enjoyed it so far, I would love it if you could leave me a like. My like goal for this video will be 178. Now that's ambitious, but it's just one more like than you guys hit on my last video. Don't forget, my goal is to become the king of One Piece 2, and I appreciate all 2,000 subscribers and crew for helping me get this far. So up until this next video, Tekking hadn't dropped anything in about 6 months, so his channel was relatively a dead channel, and before he left off, he was only getting about 100 views anyway. But when he dropped this video, he got 500 views in the first week. He felt overwhelmed, like, wow man, I can really do this. I mean, 500% 100% better than his old videos is nothing to sneeze at. He was also getting more comments, not just his friends saying, "Hey man, nice video," but real engagement, discussing their opinions on the chapters and theorizing ideas about the next one. Throughout the rest of the summer, he reviewed all the big three: Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. The biggest video of the summer was his chapter 459 Bleach review. It had gained 10,000 views. At the time, he had started mixing in his skits with his reviews, and people was reacting positively. During the next couple years, Tekking would balance his college classes with his YouTube career. In college, he was studying communications, which may have helped with his videos. Besides his manga reviews, he was covering other content like Let's Plays on Pokemon titles like Pokemon Emerald, but none of them did nearly as good as his manga reviews. But overall, his videos were trending upward. I mean, he was beginning to get mentioned by other YouTubers in the community, and some YouTubers were even stating that Matt was the reason they started YouTube, like the manga reviewer The Elite Ace. But in 2016, the Bleach manga ended. He had had a 5-year-long run discussing Bleach, and it had paid off. I mean, by this time, he was right under 100,000 subscribers. But now what would he do? I mean, he was doing it. He had accomplished his dreams, and now it was at the risk of disappearing. So immediately after Bleach, he tried to smoothly transition to My Hero Academia chapter reviews. He hit the ground running for his viewers, posting his My Hero Academia 105 chapter review the very next day. He was trying to make it seamless. He was really thinking like, okay, this will be my new focus. So he got a bunch of My Hero printouts. He hung them up in his backdrop. He changed everything. My Hero, but it just didn't feel the same. I mean, he really liked the manga, but it didn't really work out with his style of reviewing. I mean, unlike Bleach, where it's hype chapter after hype chapter, My Hero has so many Sasa lifestyle moments. I mean, whole chapters dedicated to them hanging out in the dorm, which is dope for world building, but it didn't make good for weekly chapter reviews. So over the next few weeks, Tekking seen a dip in his channel subs and views. By September, he was getting a drop in engagement, and by October, everything was tanking. I mean, he was freaking out. He tried to keep pushing through it, but by late 2016, he was really stressing. He thought the dream was over. He was about to lose his YouTube career after reaching 100K subscribers. I mean, it's kind of terrifying. It's so interesting to think how fast things can turn around on YouTube. I mean, him and his reviewers could both tell he wasn't really enjoying his My Hero arc. He decided to sit down one day and think, okay, Tekking, what do you actually like talking about? I mean, what do you want to talk about that's also relevant? And I can't blame him for this answer, but he thought Dracula Mihawk, the vampire sword daddy of One Piece. This was the first of what will become his discussion series. The video got decent views, so he started thinking, I might as well do the rest of the 7 warlords. I mean, now that I did the warlords, I might as well do the Yonko. Hey, I did the Yonko, but I can't leave out the admirals. He continued this trend until New Year's 2017. And then that's when he decided, all right, we're doing One Piece now. Everything One Piece. He liked the series. He liked talking about it. It got views. So he dropped his One Piece chapter review 852. I mean, just watching this video, you can tell he had made his decision and he was happy about it. When you compare his enthusiasm in this review to his My Hero reviews, you can tell how much he enjoyed it. And throughout this style of videos, Tekking was becoming a walking One Piece encyclopedia. Every topic, no matter how specific, if it's One Piece, Tekking made a video about it. Straw hats, villains, side characters, weapons, animals, one-off side characters, trees. Yes, he has a video about the trees of One Piece, which is one of my favorite videos by him by far. About a year ago, before I even thought about making a video like this, I tried to find a topic in One Piece he didn't cover, and trust me, it's hard. I mean, give it a shot. I mean, Tekking basically has an infinite idea glitch. Either that or he has Vegapunk's brain food that he's just been sucking up One Piece knowledge with. This saga of Tekking's career is where most people discovered him. Now, don't get me wrong, Bleach laid the foundation of his channel, but it was through One Piece that he would gain another 600,000 subs, hitting 200,000 subscribers in March 2018, doubling it less than a year later to 400,000 in June 2019, and then reaching 600,000 subscribers in April 2021. He is currently sitting at 709,000. What's brilliant about this is he doesn't try to min-max YouTube. He literally does what he wants. And I think this is why he stands out in 2022. It's a perfect blend of the old and new school of YouTube. Tekking went from not breaking 100 views to buying a house from YouTube money. He without a doubt made it. I just had this part, so I had an excuse to mention that he had to switch rooms to record in when he bought his new house. This may seem random, but if you're a Tekking 101 fan, you would know how big of a deal it is. His old room was iconic, but his new place and studio was amazing and he deserves it. In all the videos I work on, it's pretty easy to find Twitter or Reddit threads of them destroying YouTubers, but it's like almost like everybody loves Tekking, and if they don't, they just don't get it yet. Whenever I review Reddit threads dedicated to Tekking, I found out that most people love him because he is unapologetically himself. The second most common thing I see is how he is like the only anime YouTuber who doesn't clickbait or put spoilers in his thumbnails. If you've ever thought about doing YouTube yourself, what you can learn from Tekking 101 is you have to be obsessive. Tekking knows his material so well that he doesn't even need to script his videos. This allows him to push out 5-day videos a week. For a channel his size, this is insane, but it gives his videos almost a laid-back feeling like you're talking to a homie. And I think this is part of Tekking's plan. If you watch his how to make a YouTube video that he made for a college final, he explains that one of the things about being a YouTuber is you gotta know your material. real. Tekking, if you're watching this, thank you for allowing all of us who don't have too many manga reading friends to live parasocially through your videos. And tell Barry I'll get that money I owe him, just please release my family.